Hi everyone, I want to share with you a really quick project. I used the Tim Holtz Filmstrip Frames, and I had a bunch of these plastic containers. I had purchased a plastic organizer at my local Joann a while back, and it came with a bunch of these containers. And I just thought it would be really cool to create a roll of 35mm film. So let me show you what I did here. I first alcohol inked the plastic container because it is clear, so to give it a vintage look, I alcohol inked it with ginger and latte. Those were the two colors that I used. And then I used the Tim Holtz Destinations paper collection. Had to do a lot with traveling, so I thought it would be perfect to create a little 35mm roll of film of CHA last year when I went for the stamp gang. So I call this my exposed CHA film. That was pretty fun. So what I did was on the top here, I used a lot of my circle punches from the Stampin' Up. I believe this is a 1 3/8 circle punch. And all the distressing again is with a frayed burlap. And then I wrapped some design paper all the way around. And I love this image of this stamp. There was a design paper that had a bunch of stamps on it. And I like this one of Einstein. And I used Spellbinders Nestability. It's the postage stamps dies, and so I use that. And then when you open it up, it's the roll of film. This is all made with paper. And so let me show you really quick here. Oh, and then I also put the design paper inside. It says Traveler as well. And to make the top here, this is a 3/4 circle punch. And then I just created the band to go around it. And then I cut this image that says hotel, because our hotel was right next to CHA. It was really cool. And then I spelled out CHA. And then here's the film strip. So the film strip can hold 8 photos, and I used my printer to print these out. I had this phone app on my phone. When you take the picture, it creates the framing of a film strip, and I took a lot of pictures with that, that frame. So I took the pictures that I took with that frame and placed it on here. I really liked how it looked. It had a distressed look to it, and it's really cool. So it was just perfect to put on this die. And so let me show you here. So when you pull it out comes the photos. And there's 8 photos that I could fit in here because there's 8 that goes on the film strip. To create this part right here, this is using again a Stampin' Up punch, and I'll put all the info down below. And so here's the pictures. These center parts right here of this die, it does pop out, so I had to create a strip in the back. I'm using the design paper, and then I placed my photos in the center. I used one of the punch outs that come out from the die as my template. And so there's the photos. So the first one is of the design team, the Lady Stamp Gang, and then this one is me and Arlene in front of CHA. And Arlene and I went to Starbucks a lot, so I took a picture of Starbucks, and there's me with my Starbucks, and of course I have to add a picture of me and Tim Holtz, and then there's me and Arlene again at Starbucks. And then I love this dress form that Tracy had in front of the booth. It was just filled with a bunch of new Stamp Gang sprays, and then me at the Ranger booth. So that's my film strip. And then to put it back, you can actually take this lid off. So you're just going to basically just roll it back in. Just make it really small. I would probably, the next time I make another one of these, I would probably Mod Podge the film strip. Only because it's being rolled, back and forth. And it'll just prevent it from tearing. I mean, it's really pretty thick design paper, so it should be okay. And then you just slide it back in and just pull this out of the slot. I just pull out 2. And then put this back in the lid. I made it really snug. Okay, and then I just put it back in the container. And I got myself a 35mm roll of film. And there you got it. Really cool. So thanks everyone for watching. Bye.